Hi there, my name is Malcolm Wilkinson, and welcome to Millennial Meals, a place where we show you how to make delicious meals and treats right in your own home.
So on a previous episode, we made some mahi-mahi.
Well, today, we're going to be making some delicious swordfish. Let's get cooking.
So for equipment, you'll need an air fryer, a small microwavable bowl, a meat thermometer, a microwave, and a rubber brush.
For the ingredients on this meal, we want to have some butter, so about 2 tablespoons of butter, and some smoked salt. Now you can use some Himalayan salt or some sea salt, but in this case, I'm going to be using some smoked salt because I used it on the mahi-mahi and it was absolutely scrumptious. So what we want to do is we want to microwave our butter a little bit. We want to glaze that over our swordfish. Once we think we got it pretty nice and buttered up, we're going to throw some of our salt on there. Once you have a good amount of salt on there, now we're going to throw it in our air fryer. So we're not going to be using the oven this time because when it comes to swordfish, you do not want to use the oven, because especially when it's like a steak form like this. So we're going to be using air fryer. Some people also cook it on the stove or on the grill, but in this case we're going to be using the air fryer. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting the air fryer, set it to 400 degrees, and I'm going to put it in for 20 minutes. Once it gets halfway, I'm going to take it out of the air fryer, flip it, glaze the other side with the same concoction of butter and smoked salt, then cook it for another 10 minutes, and then it'll just be absolutely just delicious. Oh, and one last thing I forgot to mention is that I'm going to be throwing a little bit of lemon juice on it because it tasted pretty good on the mahi-mahi, and I think I'm just going to add a little bit more of that zest to the swordfish. So we just hit the 10-minute mark, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to then, like I did before, I am going to glaze my swordfish like so. So once I think I got it nice and good and coated on that other side, the side that hasn't been seasoned yet, I'm going to then, oh crap, and make sure you have enough stuff to basically hold, to clean up your area, because you don't have that mistake. So after when I put my butter on, I am going to put my smoked salt on top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in. Cook it at 400 degrees in 10 more minutes. When that's done, it should be awesome and delicious. So I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Ooh, that looks so good. So now our swordfish is done. I should say my swordfish steak is done, and it is flaky, which is a good thing. I'm going to check the internal temperature, because the internal temperature on a swordfish steak should be about 145 degrees. So I'm going to check the steak that I just pulled off. Okay, looks like we're good on that front. So when it comes to when you're making your fish steak, or what I should say, your swordfish steak, you want to make sure that you get both sides cooked, especially when it's like this thick, because what you don't want to have is you don't want to have an undercooked swordfish, because you don't want anything nasty come back to bite you. But when it comes to this, all we basically did was we just threw some butter on top, glazed it over, and then threw some smoked salt on top as well. And we just threw it in, cooked it for 20 minutes, halfway, flip it, and then glaze that side, and then basically make it right there. Oh, one last thing. Gotta add a little bit of lemon to this. Just a pinch, nothing too crazy, just a pinch of lemon on top, because lemon is pretty good on fish in general, and I know for a fact it's going to be awesome on this swordfish. So what I should mention again when it comes to swordfish, you shouldn't cook it in the oven, because this is the type of food that needs to be cooked pretty quickly. It's almost kind of like a T-bone steak. You're going to need to cook it on the grill or on your pan, keep it at a pretty nice temperature, or you can do what I did and cook it in the air fryer. I've seen someone do it in the oven, but basically what they did there was they wrapped it in tin foil, and it was almost like it was a steamed steak. But with this, I just threw it in the air fryer, cooked for about 20 minutes, and it's got this nice just color to it and this awesome flavor so far. I just tore off a little tiny piece. But when it comes to how you cook your swordfish, if there's anything that you think that would be awesome as far as how you have it, be sure to leave a comment, because I would love to try out your version of the swordfish, because I'm always trying new flavors, because I just love trying new things. But with that said, this is how you make swordfish in the air fryer. Y'all stay safe and have a good one.